Good morning, everyone. Welcome you all to our new live session with Dr. Nitin Trivedi. So, here we are going to have a very informative as well as interesting session on seaweeds. And before starting, I welcome all of you to our 10th live session. And I hope I'm audible. And before introducing Dr. Nitin Trivedi, I would like to request everyone to please share the link in your network so that many of your students as well as the faculty members can join and get the relevant information from this session, which can be useful in their research as well as their studies. So let's begin the session. We have with us Dr. Nitin Trivedi. So, with welcome, Dr. Nitin. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Dr. Singh.
Okay, so let me introduce Dr. Nitin. He is currently working as an assistant professor in the Department of Marine Biotechnology at Gujarat Biotechnology University in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. He has received his PhD in biological sciences from CSMCRI Institute in Bhavnagar, Gujarat in 2015. Later on, he has worked as a postdoctoral fellow at DBT ICT CEB Center at Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai from 2015 to 2017. And there itself, he also worked as a DST inspired faculty from 2017 to 2022. So, if we talk about his research, since 2009, Dr. Trivedi has been working in the field of marine biotechnology with a focus on seaweed biotechnology and marine microbial biotechnology. Dr. Nitin has an extensive knowledge in seaweed technology, and he has many publications in this sector. For example, he has publications on seaweed biofuel, bioproducts, and biorefinery, as well as seaweed growth optimization. Also, he has worked on phycoremediation and marine microbial enzymes. So he has altogether 35 research articles published, including book chapters and reviews in scientific journals, and has two patents to his credit. He has received several national as well as international fellowships as well as awards like DST Inspire Faculty, uh, Postdoctoral Fellowship Award, CSIR Senior Research Fellowship Award, ARO PDF in Israel, PDF at Dalhousie University, Canada, and visiting faculty at the University of Algarve, Portugal. He has also worked as a guest researcher at the University of Messina, Italy, and he has 7 years of teaching experience in microbiology and biotechnology subjects for undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD courses. Moreover, Dr. Trivedi is affiliated to Institute of National and International Importance as a research advisory committee member as well as examiner, and he is also serving as a reviewer of several scientific journals and funding agencies. So, with this brief introduction, I welcome you, Dr. Nitin, and we will proceed with this session. So, before beginning, I request everyone, whatever questions you will find, please write in the chat box and we will later on take up the question answers. So, let's begin with the discussion, Dr. Nitin. So, first of all, I would like to have your introduction, like how your career summary, you can summarize your career, like how you started.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Dr. Singh, for inviting me and giving this opportunity to share my knowledge about seaweeds with the audience. And thank you for the kind introduction as well. Yeah. So, to summarize my journey in science or career, basically, I'm from Rajasthan and I did my schooling in my hometown in Banswara. Then I moved to Anand for my Bachelor of Science in Microbiology. And then I did my post graduation from University of Rajasthan in microbiology. In 2009, I joined CSIR CSMCRI Bhavnagar as a project fellow, and then this is how my scientific journey started. So my guide, Dr. CRK Reddy gave me a problem, to work on the marine microbial enzymes. So I have started working on the marine cellulases enzymes, and after that, one day evening, he called me and told that, red and brown seaweeds are fully explored as they have a proven applications, and why don't you work on the green seaweeds? And this is how I started working on the green seaweeds. So basically, I have worked extensively on the biofuel production or bioethanol production from the green seaweeds on or during my PhD, where I have explored green seaweeds of the Gujarat coast, mainly the Ulva faceta, and I have collected it from the Gujarat coast, and I have optimized the proximate composition analysis. And as I was targeting the cellulose component of the green seaweeds, so I have isolated the marine microbial enzymes, mainly the cellulose, and optimized the process to hydrolyze the cellulose of green seaweeds into the fermentable sugars, which can be converted into the bioethanol. So during this process, I encountered that only 20% of the cellulose, is present in the ulva. Then what about the remaining 80% biomass? Then we have optimized the process of biorefinery, where we were able to extract the mineral rich liquid extract or fertilizer, sulfated polysaccharide, which was ulvan, then lipid, and at the last fraction, cellulose, which we have converted successfully to the ethanol. So in first go, only the cellulose was targeted into the ethanol production, but after this biorefinery, we were able to extract the multiple components in a sequential process. So this is about my PhD work, and then I have, after completing my PhD, I have got several opportunity in abroad as well, but I have selected to work in the ICT Institute of Chemical Technology because the project was almost similar to my expertise, and there I have worked on the growth optimization of seaweeds for the production of value-added products. So in my PhD, I have worked on the downstream processing, extraction of the different products, whereas in the postdoctoral fellowship, I have worked on the you can say upstream growth optimization of the seaweeds. And during that period, I got a DST Inspire faculty project as a PI, and the project was on the utilization of mariculture wastewater to grow the seaweeds, and which can be used to extract the different products. So I have collected the wastewater samples from the shrimp farms in Gujarat and in Maharashtra, and I have optimized the process to utilize this N and P of this wastewater for the growth of seaweeds. And after that, from the June 2022, I have joined here Gujarat Biotechnology University as an assistant professor in marine biotechnology. And to tell more about this university, it is India's first biotech university set up by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of Gujarat. And we are offering MSc in different domains of the biotechnology, such as plant, medical, industry, environment, and animal biotechnology. So this is about the my journey in science. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nitin. You have a very good experience in seaweed, and we are looking forward to hear more stories from you. So, my next question to you is uh, my audience would like to know, because many of the students are not aware, they just know about the microalgae. So, what are seaweeds, and what made you choose seaweeds for your research?
Yeah, so before introducing about seaweeds, I would like to inform more about why there is a need of alternate bioresources. So as we know that there are 17 sustainable development goals are set up by the United Nations, right? And all are this related to solving the problems of the mankind. So when we talk about population, we know that the population is increasing with a very rapid rate, and by 2050 I think the population would be around 9.7 billions. So the population increase will lead to the increase in the demand of food, water, and energy sources. And if we cannot, if we rely only on the terrestrial resources, then it will be a kind of burden, right? Then there is a need to find alternate resources, and I think marine resources can be a good option to get the food, energy, feed, and biochemicals which we are deriving right now from the terrestrial resources. So that's why this is how my interest developed as I have joined the laboratory of Dr. C.R.K. Reddy, who is a renowned phycologist in India as well as abroad. And I think that was the golden era from 2007 to 2015, where most of the my seniors, Dr. Vishal, Dr. Manoj, Dr. Pooja, Dr. Ravindrapal, Dr. My colleague Dr. Baghel, myself, and many more have extensively worked on the seaweeds, different aspects of the seaweeds, including growth, then extraction of different value-added products, biorefinery, and technology. So I think this is how my interest started in the seaweed biotechnology, and luckily till now I am continuing the this area. So now to introduce seaweeds, seaweeds are the photosynthetic marine plants, which I think most of the audience, if they have visited the coastal area or beaches, they might have seen the different red, green, or brown plant-like structures near the shore or the attached to the rock. So they are the seaweeds, and they are very rich in different bioactive components, starting from carbohydrates, proteins, minerals, lipid, and many pigments and many more bioactive components. That's why they have industrial applications due to the presence of these components. So when we talk about the global production of seaweeds in 2021, so it was around 35 million tons of the fresh seaweed biomass, and which was having a estimated market value of around 12 billion US dollar, which is expected to increase by around 24 billion US dollar by 2024. So in world, I think around 10,000 species of the seaweeds are reported, and out of which around 850 species are reported from the India. So based on the pigment or morphology, seaweeds are divided into the Phaeophyta, Rhodophyta, and Chlorophyta. So, if we talk about the seaweed species of the Phaeophyta, the major seaweed species are the Euchemia, Sargassum, Undaria. When we talk about the important red seaweed species, they are the Gracilaria, which is a source of agar, Kappa ficus, which is a source of carrageenan, porphyra, which is highly rich in the proteins, and the green seaweeds are ulva, monostroma, and these are the few examples of the seaweed species. Uh, Most of the seaweed cultivation or seaweed farming is done by the Asian countries like Korea, Japan, Indonesia, Philippines, right? And they are encountered, they are contributing around 99% of the seaweed production through the cultivation. So, this is a brief introduction about the seaweeds, and they have, applications starting from the as a source of feed, food, nutraceutical, pharmaceutical, cosmeceutical applications. As a source of biofuels, we can use these seaweeds.
Thank you, Dr. Nitin, for sharing your field experiences, how you have collected different types of seaweeds, and why these seaweeds have their different unique characteristics which make them different and useful. So, coming to my next question, what do you think the overview of the significance of seaweed for environment?
Yeah, as you know, they are found in the marine ecosystem, and you know that they are a photosynthetic plants, right? So they utilize the CO2 present in the environment. So it is a kind of carbon sequestration. They are playing a role. Then they are also as the photosynthetic conversion efficiency of seaweeds are higher than the terrestrial plants. And on a rough estimated, the seaweeds can sequester 2000 tons of the CO2 per year. So you can imagine the potential of CO2 in converting or utilizing CO2 present in the environment. The second is that they also helps in the ocean acidification, because the ocean acidification is nothing but the reduction in the pH, right? So whatever the CO2 is available, again they will utilize it and it will help to maintain the pH of the ocean system. Then they also helps in the protecting the coastal lines, because when you farm seaweeds, or so they try to protect the waves directly coming to the these coastal areas. Likewise, they are also source of the fertilizers. As they are reaching organic carbon, so they can be used to produce the fertilizers, which can be help used to improving the health of the soils. So that's why there are different methods to cultivate the seaweeds: onshore farming, offshore farming, and the land-based cultivation, because they do not require mainly arable land. They do not require fresh water for their growth, and there is a minimal nutrient requirement for their growth. And there is a the composition of seaweeds is interesting, because they contain the sulfated polysaccharides like ulvan, carrageenan, alginate, and agar. So there is a very less, minimum, you can say, lignin content is present, which is present mainly in the terrestrial plants. So if we have to process the seaweeds into the different value-added products, it can be, easily done. So these all are the, the major or main importance of the seaweeds, uh, which helps in the maintenance of the marine ecosystem or the environment.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nitin, for explaining so well what are the impacts and how seaweeds are useful for the environment. Now, moving towards the next question, like what are the traditional and modern applications of seaweeds and how the local community can get benefit of it?
So seaweeds are a part of diet of the Asian and most of the foreign countries. Though the culture in India, it is not established because of because of the acceptance levels. But nowadays, now the Indian are also shifting their mentality to use seaweeds as a part of their diet. So in ancient time, mainly in the Asian countries, it is a part of their daily diet. So, like if you might have heard about the nuri, so it is prepared from the porphyra, and as they are rich in several bioactive components, so they continuously using seaweeds as mainly as a part of their food. And if we talk about the modern days application, as I have said that due to the presence of different bioactive components, it can be used for multiple applications, starting from the energy as a source of fertilizers or biostimulants. It can be used for animal feed, like fish feed or animal feed. Then, due to the presence of these bioactive components or high amount of proteins, they are a good source of nutritional products, and then the presence of sulfated polysaccharides make it a unique for the applications in the pharmaceutical and chemical sectors. So these days I think the people have understand the importance of the seaweeds, and in India also I think now more than 50 industries or startups are there who are working on the seaweed based products. So it is a good news for the people who are interested in working on seaweeds, or those who are already working in the seaweeds, because I think the new decade or new era, you can see the importance of both macroalgae as well as microalgae for the products of human importance.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing the modern as well as traditional applications of seaweeds. So, to move ahead in the same lines, can you share some personal case study emphasizing the importance of responsible harvesting practices of these seaweeds?
Yeah, so when we talk about the harvesting practices, generally, as I said, there are three methods through which you can, farm the seaweeds. So generally, there are different methods, tube net methods, raft methods, where you have to tie your seaweeds on the rope and you have to put it into the sea for their, growth. So seaweeds are reproduced mainly by the, sexual, asexual, and vegetative propagation. So depending on the type of seaweeds, like mainly Kappa ficus, they use a raft method to grow Kappa ficus, and I think in 40 to 50 days the biomass doubles. That's why I think in India, seaweeds, if we talk about mainly Kappa ficus, and now they have started cultivating Gracilaria, which is a source of agar, for the commercial production. And apart from these, startups or company have now started working on the green seaweeds, as well as the brown seaweeds. They are trying to grow it in the land-based system, because green seaweeds they grow through vegetative propagation. So if you cut the biomass of the green seaweeds, they can multiply. So I think all the three seaweeds can be grown, and now the researchers across the globe, they are making efforts to improving the processes of the seaweed biomass production, because I think that is a main challenge. If we have the round the year biomass production, then the processing of biomass to make the useful products would be established, or it is already established and would be easy to make the seaweed derived products.
Thank you so much for explaining so well about the case studies which you handle yourself on the seaweed extraction process. So, my next question is, what future you think in utilizing seaweeds for sustainable practices?
So as I have already told about the positive sides of the seaweeds for the environment and mankind, I think now Indian government is also giving emphasizing on the blue biotechnology, which is nothing but the exploring ocean resources for the development of different products of human as well as the animal importance. So I think in coming years, if you can see that India is blessed with around 7,500 kilometers of the coastline. And if we talk about the Gujarat, it is blessed with the 1,600-kilometer coastline. So now people are gaining interest in exploring, different marine bioresources. Like they are extensively doing the shrimp farming, or fish farming, oyster and prawn farming, and they have now started also working on the production of the seaweeds. So I think in coming years, it has a great potential, or opportunities, those who want to explore seaweeds for the different products. So one thing I would like to mention is that when I was in ICT Mumbai, so there was a group who was working on the seaweeds, and I was a team member. So we have successfully developed for the first time the photobioreactor system for the growth of the green seaweeds, ulva. So it was, the system was established to produce the biomass around the years. So that is the, beauty of the photobioreactor, because there you can control the parameters which you would like to, optimize for the growth of seaweeds. But in open environment, or in, onshore, or open farming, there are chances of the contamination from the environmental factors, which can be reduced in the photobioreactors. So, if I remember, around the year, through that technology, uh, we have proposed around 910 tons of the fresh wet biomass per hectare per year of the green seaweeds. And if I calculate the extraction of different products, which I have worked during my PhD. So it can produce different types of the products like ulvan, protein, lipid, biofertilizers in huge quantity, you know. So if we have the technology both for the production of the biomass as well as the extraction of different products, I think then that will be a win-win situation to set up a seaweed-based industries.
Thank you so much for answering in detail. Uh, with this, we can make different kinds of products which can be useful in preparation of food, nutraceuticals. So, what do you think that what is the prospects of local job creation in this, and how economically the local people can get benefit, especially the coastal communities from seaweed harvesting?
Yeah, so India is home to around 170 million people. So they are residing on the different coastal part of the India. So if we develop seaweed farming technologies, or if we set up a small bioprocessing industries, so that the people living near the coastal area can be get the employment, and that will lead to the economic growth, or it will improve the livelihoods, and indirectly or directly it will lead to the generation of the employment. And I think you can say it will be a kind of a blue economy and the revolution, right? If
Yes.
I think in coming years the people will start with this kind of algal ecosystem or the marine bioresource ecosystem, so that they can explore more these biological resources and can get benefit out of it.
Yes, exactly. And we have national schemes for supporting and promoting blue economy. So this definitely will have a future scope. So, what do you think, other than these schemes, what are the improvements we can expect in seaweed sector, especially in India?
Yeah, so I think, as I said, like in last 4 to 5 years, there is a tremendous, changes have been seen in the seaweed sector. Now the government or government organizations, they are organizing symposiums, mainly on the seaweeds. They are dedicated seaweed or algal conferences. So now it is in the limelight, and I think in last Parliament speech, uh, our honorable PM Shri Narendra Modi has also emphasizing the importance of the blue economy or blue biotechnology. So now it is gaining attention, but I think there are a few areas where we need to improve. First, I said that there is a a continuous biomass production. So if we have round the year biomass production, then I think it will be easy to make products, right? Then there is a need of trained manpower, because very few institutes are working on the seaweed biotechnology. So if we can train students, mainly for example MSc students in their dissertation, or PhD scholars, if they select seaweed related topics, I think this is how we can train the manpowers. And simultaneously we have to also conduct the different sessions on the seaweed training, right? So how to do the seaweed cultivation, seaweed farming, how to extract the different products from the seaweeds, or so if we conduct this kind of training session, I think there will be a more opportunities coming in the future. Then awareness among people, that is a most important and crucial part, because we already consuming several seaweed based product in our diet, okay, but we have no idea. So if we can aware, or if we can set up a awareness camp, and if we can tell them about the importance of seaweeds, I think that will be a very good strategy. Then there is a need of public and private partnership. Okay, so if the person or researchers working in the university, if he has a proof of concept developed on the seaweeds, the industry should take it to the next level, or it will translate that proof of concept to the pilot scale just to see the feasibility of that process. So this is also very important area. And the next is a strong R&D setup. If you want to develop a seaweed based products, then you should have a entire state of the art facility, starting from the seaweed cultivation or seaweed germline preparation to the biomass production, biomass optimization, and the effective bioprocesses technologies to produce the different industrial products. And the next is the supply chain management. So if we have the biomass producers, so there is a link or connection is required so that it can connect to the people or market very easily. So I think these are the areas which have the potentials, to overcome the challenges faced by the seaweed sectors in the India.
I completely agree with you, Dr. Nitin, on this, especially the capacity building sessions and workshops, and where the women, local women, especially the middle-aged women, they can have a great source of income opportunities in harvesting seaweeds and getting a profitable business in their local environment. So, moving ahead to question and answer, I would like to have a last question for you. How do you reinforce the importance of preserving and leveraging seaweeds for the benefit of both environment and the mankind?
So, would you elaborate what do you mean by reinforce?
Yes, like what are the things which should be promoted?
Yeah,
Why
so I
we should
think,
emphasize on seaweed preservation?
I think promotion is that if the government can emphasize more on utilizing seaweeds as a part of our daily diet, or if the more products on the seaweeds uh, come into the market, okay, so that automatically the acceptance will be increased. So I think it is a both government as well as the institutes or universities, they have to promote this sector so that the people can get idea and they can start thinking on this direction as well. So I think now so many the government is promoting so many startups. So now the people have gained interest and they are coming up with the seaweed based startups. So someone is working on the biofertilizer, someone is working on the sulfated polysaccharides. So individual component based startups are now coming, and they want to use it for the different purposes. So if you talk about the latest sector, so it is a smart proteins, right? So seaweeds or microalgae, they are a good source of protein, so it can be used as a smart proteins. So likewise several startups are coming, and the government is also announcing specific calls so that it will come into the mainstream.
Okay, thank you so much, Nitin, for enlightening us with this so much informative uh, things which you have shared on seaweeds. So let's move to the questions which were asked in the chat box. So there is a question from Pratiksha. She is asking like, what are the current threats to seaweed?
Current threats.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it is a very good question, because you know that we are living in the era of industrialization, right? Urbanization. So most of the industries, they are releasing a wastewater which is directly entering into the marine ecosystem. So it is not only affecting the seaweeds, it is affecting all the flora and fauna of the marine ecosystem. For example, corals. Now the coral reefs, they are badly affecting. Then seaweeds or a different marine flora and fauna. So I think That's why there is a need, you can say need of the hour, to have a strict guidelines for these industries, to release wastewater into the environment. Already the guidelines are there, but it should be followed strictly so that the wastewater cannot enter into the marine ecosystem and it will not affect the entire marine lives, because they all are interconnected. You might have heard about the food web and food chain, so they all are important component of this system. And if any one producers or consumers will affect, then it will entirely affect the entire chain. So I think likewise, we as a human being, we also have to understand the importance of all marine biological resources. So if we can stop polluting the oceans or sea, the major problem is the plastic, right? We are
Yes.
dumping plastic into the ocean. So that is again affecting the entire marine ecosystem. So likewise, if we can improve our habits, so I think that will be our indirect contribution to the protecting the marine ecosystem or marine life.
Very truly said, Nitin, because plastic pollution is causing menace in the marine food chains, and it's not only impacting the reproductive system of seaweeds, but also leading to desertification of these crucial habitats. So, which ultimately going to impact the commercial production. So already you have answered this question, which has been asked by Arknak as well as Pratiksha. Again, one question is there, like which marine species in India are completely dependent, like a seaweed, like which is the most useful seaweed species? I think
Yeah,
you
so
mean
I
to
think
ask that.
these days Kappa ficus and Sargassum and Gracilaria, okay, because they are a source of the carrageenan, alginate, and the agar. So it has a proven application. So most of the farmers now, they are either trying to cultivate these species or they are harvesting the natural biomass, because mainly they are used for the biofertilizer application as well as the phycocolloid production. But now, as I said, that there are people who are working on the cultivation of green seaweeds in the land-based systems. So I think red and brown are dominant in India still. Mainly the Kappa ficus, Gracilaria, and Sargassum, but many more seaweeds are now in the pipelines.
Okay. So there is a question. I'm just going to take one more by Manvendra Singh. He's asking, can we recycle plastic or find a way to utilize in infrastructure such as roads, etc.? I think there is a company called Zero Circle, which is using seaweed for manufacturing bioplastic from seaweeds. So can you
Yes.
shed some more light on it?
Yeah, so it is a very interesting story. When I was in ICT Mumbai, my guide was there, Dr. C.R.K. Reddy, and as I have worked on the bioplastic or biofilm from the seaweed, so I got an invitation to join that company as a one of the inventor. But I
Okay.
was already in the that
Academia.
government organizations. So at that time, I could not accept that invitation. And now you can see in a few years, it is one of the emerging
Yes.
companies. You can say startup, uh, which is making a bioplastic from the seaweeds. So I think this is a very good example. Apart from that. Uh, Many more industries are making seaweed derived products, mainly the fertilizers. So it is a good news. Now it is gaining importance in India as well.
Thank you for giving us your valuable time. And I think our audience has got much information about seaweeds. And we will be coming up again with a new informative topic. So I request everyone to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. Thank you so much, Nitin.
Thank you,
Bye
Dr.
bye,
Singh, once
everyone.
again. Yeah, once again for this opportunity, and thank you, audience, for listening me. Uh, So it was a good experience, and as I said, if I could have presented, my slides,
Yes.
that would give more
Yes.
impact
So
about the seaweeds. But anyways, we'll try to have one more session where I will present the slides. So I think the audience will get more benefited out of it.
yes, agree. And we will plan a webinar on this very soon.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.